Hi everybody, I'm so excited to present to you today the Yichuang YC-MW800 wireless microphone set. Now I just got this and we're going to open up the box and we're going to go through a couple of the details about this particular wireless mic. These are a UHF wireless system, and we'll show you what all comes in the box, and then we'll test it out and see what we can hear and what we can't hear and how good quality the sound is. So first of all, this really nice packaging. You'll see it comes in a very hard case, which is a very nice case for you to travel around with. You could put this in your camera case and feel pretty confident that nothing's gonna get damaged or broken or anything like that. That's what I see right off the bat. Packaging can be everything, especially for electronics. Now I don't have to buy any extra cases for this, because as we open it up right away, we'll see that this case has nice foam to it that keeps everything intact and would be shock resistant. And the case, as you can see, is probably a little flexible, but definitely would protect your microphones if you had to take them out on a job somewhere. First things, you get the manual, which is both in English and Chinese. This manufacturer is made in China, first off, but you can find these online, Amazon, B&H Photo, practically anywhere you can order this set. Right out the box, you'll get not just one wireless mic, but you'll also get a second wireless mic. This would be an A channel and a B channel. So you can do dual recording if you have two people that you need to record and you need two wireless systems. You can do that with this particular WM800 TX series. You'll only need one transmitter. That's this right here. That's your transmitter, and then you can record both wireless mics onto this one transmitter. So what else you get in the box here is you'll get your antennas for your UHF transmitter, and these just screw right on to that. And what we see is very nice display. There's settings, plus and minus, and then your power button. Also on the side here, you have mix for dual channel mixing, A and B mixing, and then you have just your standard stereo. That would be if you're only going to use one wireless mic. Also has screw-in plugs, so you can put your headphones in there and screw it down and it locks tight. Also on the out side of it, this is going out from the transmitter into your camera. It also has screw down thread, so you will not have any loss of connection here. That stays really tight. Good professional mics all have this threaded lockdown for all microphones and XLR plugs and standard 1/4-inch jacks and stuff like that. Also, you can see here on the microphone set that it also has the same threaded lockdown for your mics. Alright, in this kit we have 3.5 millimeter or 1/8 inch jack to a cardioid microphone. It has a nice little clip here and also comes with an extra wind shear. You get two of these in this set. You also get an 1/8 inch jack to to plug into your mobile device, whether that be an iPad or a mobile phone, an Android phone, anything like that. You can use this connector to record audio into that. You also get 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch if you want to do DSLR recording. So this end will screw down into your transmitter. This end will plug into your 1/8 inch jack on your camera, and will work in pretty much every camera that's out there. This jack will work in, especially small cameras. And then if you actually have a little more higher end professional video camera, you're going to use the 1/8 inch from the transmitter into an XLR plug. This is a fantastic piece of equipment that you actually get with this set. A lot of sets are not going to come with this XLR. You might have to look around for many different types of wireless sets just to find this odd XLR to 1/8 inch jack. So that's really what is exceptional about this set. And the price range, which is not going to cost you anywhere as much as a Sony wireless system, or especially a Sennheiser wireless system. Sennheiser is going to cost you 2-3 times more. But as everybody wants to know, what is the quality of these? What do they sound like? And can they match up to the Sennheiser's UHF wireless system? And we're going to test this out here in a moment. But first we're going to kind of look at the quality of the build of this. Right off the bat, I noticed this is fully metal, so not any plastic on this set whatsoever. This does appear to be brass fittings, which is also much better because that means versus something like aluminum, the quality of the threads are going to hold up a whole lot better than lightweight materials like aluminum and stuff. Aluminum threads will tend to strip out a lot easier over time. The buttons seem very nice. The power button, everything's in pretty big shape. You can see easy to get to. Volume up, volume down. Power button, very easy to manipulate the buttons, and that goes for all the devices. They pretty much mirror each other exactly. So we can take one of these microphones out as we're preparing to test these mics to see what is the good quality of these mics, or is there going to be a whole lot of background noise? Do I have to sit there and monitor it 24/7? Most wireless systems you do have to monitor constantly because of your peaking and levels. You don't want to hit your red levels and then you distort the volume of the mic. If you're always having to monitor the system, then you're going to have to buy a mixer to set the levels and the pots up and down so you don't peak and distort the audio. But if you can set the volume low enough on these microphones so you don't peak, then and still capture good audio levels without it being too low, then you don't have to monitor the system so closely while you're shooting. These are really well designed where you wouldn't have to hire extra hands or a sound guy to be constantly mixing the audio for you. These are probably great in interview situations, documentary filmmaking, maybe even some short films. It would be a low-cost alternative than to hire certain people with high-end equipment and boom mics and everything that's going to cost you a lot more money in your small projects. Especially if you're doing a YouTube video or anything of that nature, these are going to be great quality mics. These are going to capture great sound for you indoors, especially when there's not a whole lot of sound going around you. But easy as I said, 1/8 inch, 3.5 millimeter. You just plug the jack right on in, let it click. Once it clicks, you turn the screw and it's locked down tight, and now this isn't going to go anywhere. On the side of this, you have a low pass filter. You can turn that off and on. If you're outside in a windy condition, you can turn on the low pass and it'll cut down some of that background noise and that wind and everything. But since we're indoors, we're going to turn the low pass filter off and just record as normal, because we don't want to muffle the voice in here. We want it to we want peak sound quality out of this. All these systems run on your standard AA batteries, which is fantastic. You can also use rechargeable batteries if you like. It doesn't really matter. I recommend using rechargeable batteries so you don't keep going through batteries all the time. But just standard AA's, you keep a couple of AA's in your kit, and then have a couple of rechargeable batteries within your kit too, and you'd be good to go anywhere. So, great little set here, just in, out, one way it can go. There's no mistaking how this slides in here. It's got this beveled edge at the bottom, Can't go in this other way. There's no way to put it in there. Easy, straightforward, in you go. Now the system's ready to turn on. I am going to hook this up to XLR. My camera actually uses 1/4 inch jack, so I go XLR to another XLR to a 1/4 inch jack in. So this is XLR male, I go XLR female, and then at the end of my XLR cable is 1/4 inch jack. Same thing as before when we plugged in the microphone. You plug into the out on your transmitter. This is your transmitter, 2 antennas. The transmitter is going to plug into the camera, and then the microphone goes into your wireless here. Same thing, you want to plug into the out here, push down, wait for it to click. When it clicks, you know you've got a solid connection, and very simply screw down, lock tight, not going anywhere. And that's a solid connection there. So we're going to turn the camera off, we're going to switch the mics around, and we're going to set this mic on and see what we get, okay? Also in the kit comes this nifty hot shoe adapter. So you got your hot shoe in, which also has 1/4-20 input. So you can screw any 1/4-20 bolt into there. You can put it on a little magic arm, or you can slide it right into your hot shoe on top of your camera, or DSLR camera where your flash would screw right on, and you can use it there just like that. You see I've got a pretty advanced camera rig here, so I got my top handle with my hot shoe adapter mount here. All the wireless kit comes with these nifty little belt clips, which also you just pinch together, and it slides right into that system there. It's a beautiful thing that you can just do that. You can do it on the front, on the back, it doesn't matter. I do notice, like, if you put it towards the back end of the clip here, it seems to be a little bit tighter, and you don't have as much movability with this, so it's a nice strong connection. So since I am an XLR input, I have used the XLR adapter here. Like again, I say XLR male to XLR female, and then I come in to my Blackmagic with 1/4 inch jacks. You'll notice that if you happen to be a Blackmagic person, then all Blackmagics come with 1/4 inch jack. Then again, if you happen to be a DSLR person, then you get the 1/8 inch jack. You get the 1/8 inch jack, which can operate in any DSLR camera or mirrorless, like this M4 here, right in there, just like that. And then your screw in plug right into the transmitter itself, you know, push in until it clicks and then tighten down. Then you can get perfect audio right here. You can see also on this you have the hot shoe, so you can slide in your transmitter right on there, fits right up on top, easy peasy and ready to go. This is I'm really happy with this system. They have thought out everything about not just where you can mount it, but the different styles of mounting and different types of plugs. From the XLR, like I said, most wireless systems are not going to have the XLR come with it. This is not a hard piece to get. What is the harder to get is this with the screw down to make that solid connection, so you don't have any issues, no audio issues, so this doesn't get pulled out of this here. It's locked down, it's not going anywhere. Now that everything's plugged up, it's ready to go. I'm plugged in here. I'm looking at my levels on the back of my camera here. We're all plugged up. We got our transmitter hooked up. We have the wireless microphone and the wireless pack all plugged up. I'm recording myself now. I'm checking my levels here to see if it's too hot. And actually, if I stay in a relatively smooth motion in my voice, you'll notice we're only about negative 12 dB, which is pretty perfect in the sound. You can always take this into the editing room and turn up the levels and turn them down. You just don't want to be low. You don't want to have that very low. I will do a couple of tests with my voice and where I talk really low. I almost whisper, because a lot of people just like to whisper. And I'll get really loud and see where we're at, and if I get distorted audio in the editing room. Right now you can see my levels. I would pretty much have to be screaming to distort my audio right now. But all in all, you can see there are no red lines, no red marks. The audio seems to be pretty good on point and not capturing a whole lot of craziness going on in the background. One of the greatest things about these wireless recorders is that you have multi-channels that you can change your transmitters and this to. So you have dual channel recording. That's when you set both of your wireless mics to a single channel, and then the transmitter will pick up both channels. Or if you're going into a mixer, you can get additional microphones and transmitters, and you can record into a mixer, and you can record each microphone on a different channel. So if you have one person that talks a little bit louder, like myself, then you'd be able to put him on his own channel with his own wireless mic and turn his levels down. And then if somebody's really talking really softly, you can put them on a different channel with a transmitter and turn their levels up higher. That's actually a great feature within these transmitters, because that gives you an option of expanding your set and gives you the option of recording 6, 10, 12 people at a time if you really needed to. A lot of circumstances you would probably never record that many people, but if you were doing, say, a wedding video and you want to put these transmitters on the wife and the groom, and then the wife's parents and the groom's parents and a sister or a brother, you'd have the ability to record multiple people with, 2 channels per each transmitter. You could record tons of people and capture any live event all day long. But all in all, I'm really happy about purchasing these wireless set. This is the Yichuang Universal Cardio Microphone, the YC MW800.